I hope your preparation is going on the full swing. Before starting this topic, I want you all to go through the first topic that is related to how to start your preparation with respect to critical reasoning and logical reasoning section. After watching this video, this is the first part of your full-fledged preparation. I'm Dr. Shan Gulhar and let us start. So the first thing is related to your logical reasoning verbal section is the two major terms, that is inductive and deductive reasoning. What exactly are they? What is the role they play in your logical reasoning section? We will be discussing today. Let us start. So before starting what exactly it is, let us go through these two questions. All philosophers are intellectual. Bob is a philosopher, therefore Bob is intellectual. Very simple question. Two statements are given. So basically when it comes to logical reasoning part, this is known as the premise and this is the conclusion. So the premise arguments are saying that all philosophers are intellectual and Bob is a philosopher. So can I with 100% certainty conclude this thing that Bob is intellectual? Yes, I can conclude. So because I can conclude, this premise is helping me to give a conclusion with 100% certainty. This type of reasoning is known as deductive reasoning. Whereas if my premise is not letting me conclude any particular conclusion with 100% certainty, that type of reasoning is known as inductive reasoning, and that type of arguments are known as inductive arguments. See this argument. Most philosophers are intellectual. This is saying all philosophers, whereas this is saying most philosophers. So when this statement is saying most philosophers are intellectual, Samir is a philosopher, so can I conclude with 100% certainty that Samir is intellectual? No, I cannot. But can I say that Samir probably is intellectual? I can. But shall I with 100% certainty? No, I cannot. So because I cannot, this type of reasoning is known as inductive reasoning. That reasoning in which the conclusion cannot be stated with 100% certainty. Let us see another example. Very nice question. The premise says, first argument, that 90% of humans are right-handed. So when there is an argument in front of you which says that 90% are right-handed, what can you think of? That 90% are right-handed and 10% are left-handed. Or there is a chance that some of them, they are without hands, right? They are disabled. There is a chance, right? John is human. Can I with 100% certainty conclude this thing that John is right-handed? No, I cannot. Why? Because there is a chance that John is part of the remaining 10%. So again, this type of logic, this type of reasoning is known as inductive reasoning. And when you are doing inductive reasoning, you have to see that if both premises are 100% valid, you have to accept this thing that whatever the author has written, you have to take it as it is, whether you feel it is valid or not, whether it is true or not, where you don't have to apply your logic with respect to premise. Whatever author has written, take it, accept it as it is. If author says sun rises in the west, take it, accept it that sun rises in the west, no matter it's a universal truth that the sun rises in the east, but you have to accept, because who is saying? The person who runs the entire show when it comes to passages. Who? The author. So yes, Let us see another example, a very nice example. For the past 3 days, Garima has arrived late for work. This morning, while Garima was driving to work, her car got a flat tire. Therefore, Garima will be late for work today. Okay, so let us dissect this particular yes. So the premise first, after dissection will come that Garima is like Garima usually for the past 3 days got late, and the premise second said that this morning while Garima was driving to work, her car got a flat tire. Premise first बता रहा है Garima 3 दिनों से लेट जा रही है. Premise second बता रहा है कि फ्लैट टायर की वजह से, टायर पंक्चर होने की वजह से गरिमा जो है आज जब काम पे जा रही थी, लाइक गरिमा वाज ड्राइविंग टू वर्क, हर कार गॉट अ फ्लैट टायर. Conclusion says Garima will be late for work today. Can we conclude this with 100% certainty? For the last 3 days, she was late, she was going late. Today, this instance happened. So, can I with 100% certainty conclude this thing? That today also Garima will be late? No, I cannot. There is a chance that Garima's office is at walking distance, and even if the tire got flat, she walked and she reached the office on time. There is a fair chance, right? So many ifs and buts are there. But if the premise says Garima always gets late for work if her car tire gets flat, and the second premise says that this morning too, while Garima was driving to work, her car tire got flat. So can I conclude that therefore Garima will be late for work today? It is saying गरिमा का जब जब टायर फ्लैट होता है गरिमा ऑफिस लेट जाती है, और आज भी गरिमा का क्या हो गया, टायर फ्लैट, कार का टायर फ्लैट हो गया. तो क्या आज भी गरिमा ऑफिस लेट जाएगी? बिल्कुल जाएगी, बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाट आर्ग्यूमेंट इज ऑल अबाउट. सो दिस इज द डिडक्टिव सेटअप ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर question, and this is the inductive setup of the particular question. I hope it is very clear and fit in your mind that deductive means 100% certainty of your conclusion, whereas inductive means not 100% certainty. There are a lot of ifs and the conclusion may or may not be happened. Thank you and see you for the next video.